You know, one morning I get the phone call from Mom Dukes. She's like, yo, these guys are here ramaging the crib. I'm like, what does it say on their jacket? State police, whatever. She's like, FBI. I was like, oh, what the I was not expecting the feds, bro. I'm knowing it's like 6 in the morning, 5:30, 6 in the morning. Oh, I start looking out the windows, man. Now I'm seeing Jeeps. Tell Shorty, I'm like, yo, is that your neighbor's car? She looks, she's like, nah, I don't know. She's like, nah. I'm like, all right, hop in your car, go to the store, just drive by. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you see. She's like, all right, bet. She goes outside. Right when she goes outside, catch her in the driveway. Like, where is he? She's like, I don't know. These dudes, no warrant, no nothing. They didn't care. Broke down Shorty's door. I'm watching the whole thing. I'm like, fuck, boom. That was my day. And Wyatt, you know, we was on bullshit. We was definitely on bullshit. We had this shit on smash, dog. We was moving like militant type shit. They had enough. Of this shit. They broke it all up, bro. They ended up raiding the unit.
Got a moment when they see you down, there's no they love and all.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Bounce Back Podcast. I'm your host, B. Luke. I got a special guest with me today. Why don't you tell the people your name, where you're from, and a little bit about yourself?
My name's Kyle, man, from Brockton. Just a regular cat, man, from Brockton. Out here.
All right, so you did a little bit of time now. You're out and about, living in society, the civilian life or whatever. Why don't you get into a little bit about what you've been up to since you've been out? I know you had a few things going on.
Bet. Yeah, man. Since I've been home, I've been on my shit. Hit the ground running, you know. First I was doing doing classes, working, you know, doing commercial plumbing, nigga, just staying out the way completely, you know. And I was doing a solar class. Ended up graduating out of it, got my certificates. Then the same people that was running that class hit me up to run a class. They was like, yo, you got the credentials now. But I had to get a few more credentials for it. But yeah, teaching a solar class, man. I was in my third class now.
Nice.
And deal with 18 and older cats. And it's for anybody, you know what I'm saying? Basically anybody. It's for the nonprofit out in Boston. It's called Shine. But yeah, man, just started teaching the class, bro. Just started doing my thing, man.
That's crazy. Is that something that you ever envisioned for yourself, to be a teacher, bro? Like that's crazy, right? I mean, to be teaching a class?
I envision myself definitely not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Especially the life I was living. You know what I'm saying? Like that was not even a thing in my radar, bro. Not even. But
so how's that compared to like where you came from, bro? Like talk about that.
Bro, it's different, you know? It feels great, bro. It feels good because I was a student just going through school and everything. Like you never know what the teachers go through or what they try to imply for us to learn. That, you know, they have their different strategies on let me make him get it. You know what I'm saying? Let me make this person get what I'm talking about. And that's basically like what I get to play with, you know? I get to play with shit like that. And it just feels good, bro. It feels just doing something totally different from what I was doing and, you know, what I was basically brought up on. It's a good feeling, bro.
So talk about how it works as far as like the class. You teaching classroom on the whiteboard or whatever it is nowadays. You know, I'm sure it's not the old school chalkboard, or it might be, or is it like shop, a mix of both? Like get into that.
Nah, it's a good question. It's a mix of both. We have the book, the curriculum, you know what I'm saying? Teach them about safety, you know, how to wire shit, how to size wires, how to hook it up, how to hook up solar panels, how to hook up the racking system and all that. So that's how I, you know, and I could run the class how I want. That's what they, you know, they was like, yo, this is your class, run it how you want. You know what I'm saying? I subcontract with them. So I don't basically got a boss, you know what I'm saying? But it's half that, it's half in the, like from the morning time, 8 to 12, is books. We teaching about the book. I'm teaching like, you know, all the ins and outs. Then right next door to the classroom is a shop. They set up a whole shop for me.
Wow.
Got the tools, got everything, so we get hands-on with it.
Yep.
And you know, it's ill. It's a good thing, bro.
I mean, it's one thing to be a student and to be the one in there learning. Right now you're going in there teaching. Like, were you nervous about that? And talk a little bit about that, man. Like that's cool, but you know, a lot of times with a lot of responsibility. You know, great position comes great responsibility. And
as you know, hell yeah, bro. My first day is like anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially talking in front of people and, you know, and just talking in general, because I'm not just there talking like I'm talking now.
Right.
You know, especially when my bosses and shit around or whatever. Not my boss, excuse me, but people I work with, you know what I mean? But you gotta switch up your whole game, you know what I'm saying? And you can't be scared, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was definitely nervous, bro, definitely nervous. Like my first class, you know, and mind you, I just came home from the feds. I did the class on some like, you know, while I was in the halfway house, let me just do this to burn time.
Yeah,
and
keep the PO happy or whatever it is.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't like, this is what I want to do. I'm indulge into it 100%, learning. Nah, so I didn't even know what I was doing.
Wow.
Like, I'll say like 40% I knew what I was doing. The other, I was in the dark with it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So while I'm reading the books, while I'm teaching them, it's kind of clicking, but I'm learning as they're learning, you know what I'm saying? As they're picking up, I'm picking up. But, you know, with me, I had to go home and do my homework, basically. Like, all right, this is what I'm going to do the next day. I got to do this, and I'm just doing more research on the shit. Probably more what they was doing. There's definitely some cats that went in there and did their thing, learned what they need to learn, bro. And it's surprising, like, the power, you know what I'm saying, these dudes be having. And females, there's females in there too, but the power they be having and they don't know it until they start tapping into it. Cause next thing you know, dudes, they coming into class like, yo, I get it, boom, oh, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy.
Wow. You had mentioned that it's a nonprofit, right? So it's not a school where these people are getting student loans and then they come out, they owe all this money, right? Or is it's getting paid for? And is it also like a stipend or some sort of paycheck involved with that?
Yeah, so it runs on grants and donations, you know what I'm saying? Nonprofits, that's essentially how they work. But you're right, there was stipends. So at first, you know, the first class, we didn't have much to work with, you know what I'm saying? We had to make it look good for the donors and more grants and shit. So, you know, they get the stipends. Boom, I think they got like throughout the whole thing, like $1,200 for my first class, but my other classes, I felt bad for the first class because these dudes was leaving there, because it's a 13-week program. They leaving there with like 7,000, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And some, you know, sign up for the money but it's a waste of time because it's like, bro, you could have just been doing something else.
Right.
But whatever, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hate. I'll play the game too. But yeah, we did that. So, you know, while they go in this class, while they learning a whole new skill, they don't got to worry about how we gonna get money for bills and shit like that. So that's why we did that.
So why don't you talk a little bit about, like, for people just coming home, maybe been street dudes their whole life, right? And certain things are looked at like as corny or whatever. Oh, I'm not doing that. Talk about the importance, I guess, of like keeping an open mind, right? Because if you were closed-minded, you probably wouldn't come across this opportunity, especially for like the guys coming home, you know what I mean?
Nah, facts. You already know, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, man. And my transition started from a year after I got booked, you know, because I went in on some, it's like, fuck it, I'm in the feds, I'm on shits, you know what I'm saying? Like, then like, it stopped making sense. I'm calling my bros out there. They're like, oh, yo, I'm buying a house. Yo, I got this, I got that. Like, and they're not in the streets no more because, you know, niggas is damn near 40, you know what I'm saying? At that time, it's like, that's when my transition started, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, bet. Everything I do now, I'm gonna do with a purpose, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm a broaden myself out. Do shit I never would do, you know what I'm saying? Read shit I never would read, like, and just start applying the shit. And yeah, man, because when you come home, bro, it's like, especially if you at age, man, if you a youngin', I even if you're not a youngin', man, you know what I'm saying, that's just whack. But when you come home, man, and real world is out here, it's real, and especially nowadays, man, with all these niggas the rats is at a crazy rate, and they're getting more respect than the real ones. Crazy. Police got technology, all this other shit going on. The game ain't it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So tighten up somewhere else, because a hustler's a hustler. You know what I'm saying? So if you was getting money, really doing it, and not being a bozo about it, and really, you know what I'm saying, you really knew how to maneuver, bro, pick anything, just point your finger at whatever. Once you start to get into that, niggas can make it happen with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's definitely something people should like leave alone, man. The streets, man, the streets is always gonna be the streets, right? You gotta grow out of that too, man. Let the streets play it, you know what I'm saying? But don't be that one, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you gotta stand on what you gotta stand on, but try the shit, man. Try the shit, because there's so much shit out there, and the money is crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's not the only place where you can make 50 bands in a few months or whatever, like just to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's crazy money out there, man.
Absolutely. So the money's good, man. What about the sleep? How do you sleep at night? Well, since you've gone legit, bro. Talk about that.
That's it. That's it right there, bro, on dogs. Because it's like, before, you know, I still kind of spin the block just for old time's sake. You know what I'm saying? But like, just before
nostalgia.
Before I go home, you know, I'll just do a loop. But bro, you sleep, the stress, on some real shit, on dead dogs. Like, when you in the game, bro, and you moving, you doing some like, not paranoid shit, but you moving real caution, dog, and that shit puts a weight on you, dog. Like, it just has like. And once you know, you go home, you can go home and you ain't gotta like, who's at the door? Oh, is that them? Like, you hear shit. Like, you know what fucks me up? It fucks me up is keys or walkie-talkie. Every time I hear that shit, I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I'm thinking something's going down or something.
Absolutely.
But bro, you hit it right on the nail, man. That stress, bro, that's just gone, man. You sleep real good, bro.
What's your favorite part about doing this, about teaching, bro? What's your favorite part about it? Is it like, you know, passing on the knowledge to the students? Is it seeing them maybe, you know, down the road, everything's good? What's your favorite part about it?
Yeah. My favorite part is just putting people onto game, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's other shit out there, because 90%, not you know what I'm saying? 90% I'm teaching a class, but that 10% I'm also letting niggas know, like, yo, bro, like, I'm nobody special, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm a legend in my own head. You ask me, I'm gonna tell you I'm that nigga.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But it's like, bro, there's other shit out there for niggas, bro, that, you know what I'm saying, we can tap into. And and this is the reason why the dude that started this program doing, because there was you know, they was gatekeeping a lot of these trade shit, these inside cuts where, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't trying to give it to the hoods or whatever. So it's like, yo, learn your shit, man. Get on some other shit, bro. You don't really gotta, you know what I'm saying, risk your freedom to get bread, nigga. You know what I mean?
For sure. So, say someone just came home, man. Why should they take your class? Do you think it would be beneficial to them to take the class? Why should if not them, but why should anyone take the class?
Absolutely. It'll be definitely beneficial to whoever, because first of all, you're learning something new, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to solar. For solar, you know what I'm saying, it's been out, but it had, you know what I'm saying, you go ask somebody right now, what does it do? How does it work? They're not gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying? They're just gonna be like, hit the sun and
they don't know about an inverter or
they
whatever.
don't know about the inverter.
I know a little bit too.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like, bro, you doing something different, man. You switching up your life, bro. And you know what I'm saying, when you walk into places and you know your shit, you know what I'm saying, your chest poke out a little more, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, you can talk that talk.
Absolutely.
And around like the people that would shun you before to be like, oh, he's just on the streets or whatever. But you go in there spitting some shit, you know, it's gonna open up doors for you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Great pay, you know what I mean? Like later on down the line for whatever else, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So what about what if someone's afraid of heights, right? Is that a trade they should get into, or what?
I'm afraid of heights. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I ride a roller coaster all day, bro. I'll do some crazy shit, but when it comes to looking down from a spot 30 feet up more, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's other it don't all go on the roof, you know? There's like ground systems. There's just systems that you can put on the wall, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you can fit a solar panel or fuck with solar.
Gotcha.
So heights it's definitely a thing, but you know, that you gotta worry about, but
it's not like every day.
It's not a deal breaker, yeah.
So is this like a class where you're teaching specifically like the the installation, or is it like sales involved? Does it get into a little bit of everything? The actual how it works, right? Because you could know how to put it on a bracket, get it all tight, but not really know how it works. Do you get into all of that?
It's all of it. It's design, it's installation, it's sales, it's maintenance, it's troubleshooting, it's all of it.
Wow.
Till the wire, to find out how big you gotta find how big your wire gotta be,
Right.
how much watts it can handle, how much volts kick out, all that shit.
All the different gauge sizes and
the
everything.
gauges and all, yep,
Absolutely.
facts,
So we're
facts.
gonna rewind it a little bit, man. Brockton, Massachusetts, right? City of Champs.
City of Champs,
Rocky
bro.
Marciano, right? Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yes, sir.
Talk about Brockton, Massachusetts growing up for you. Were you lived there your whole childhood? You born out there typically, or talk about that?
I bet. Nah, basically, I was born in Cape Verde, but I came like a baby. Moved to Dorchester, but we was out of there before I can even like have memories type shit. And it was Brockton ever since,
Yep.
Brockton. My dad was in the streets. He was definitely that guy, first generation Cape Verdean out there. And they had their clique, but he was a plug, essentially. That's what I hear from all the older guys now. Like,
Right.
oh, your dad used to give me this, and it's crazy, for real. And he was in and out. He was in and out the joint, so I didn't really see him much. I did see him, but I had to go to Plymouth, Concord type shit to go visit him and shit. But he'd be home sometimes. But he was in more than he was out. You know what I'm saying? They eventually deported him, bro.
Damn.
But yeah, man.
Is that where he's at now?
Yeah. So he went to Cape Verde, but then he knew people. You know what I'm saying? He fucked with presidents and all that shit out there. So he finagled his way into Portugal. He got his citizenship out there. He's just chilling out there. Yeah. But I still kick it with him. You know what I'm saying? He still, you know what I mean? He been trying to school me, even though like, I always took his shit with a grain of salt, because it's like, bro, you did it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll just do it better. Like, everything else, like, you think you're gonna do it better, especially when it comes to the game. It's like, nah, you eventually gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
So was that one of the things that attracted you to that life? Was like, that's what Dad did? You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to do it. Was it not even like because he wasn't around enough, like for you to even care enough, or you think that was part of it?
It definitely had a part. But until I had my daughter, right? Like I was never, I hung around with niggas and all that shit, but I was never like, this is, I'm gonna sell drugs to make money. I worked. I used to work at factories when I was like 14, getting money, But it's when I had my daughter, and I'm like, yo, something's gotta give. Like, this Chuck E. Cheese money ain't making it. And, my dad was, but it's sort of like a family tie too. Like, I got other family, like my dad's sisters, you know what I'm saying? I had one aunt, she just came from the feds not too long ago. Big raid back in the day. Nah, it was back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But niggas know about it. And my family was in the game,
Okay.
And they knew plugs. Dog. She, you know what I'm saying? I got one that fucked with plugs her whole life type shit. And so, when shit was getting hectic, I got to pay child support. Yeah. My baby mom was tripping. And, I wanted more bread. So I made that call. You know what I'm saying? I made that call.
So it seemed like it was always there for you to get your hands on kind of if you wanted to. Why do you think that it took, that you having a kid and all that for you to kind of really, were you just, was it the desperation or the not knowing, like what's gonna come? You know what I mean? Do you know why, or were you just not interested?
Because it was easy. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't gotta wake up. Why do I gotta wake up 9 to 5 to go over here and do this and do that when I could just, you know what I'm saying?
Or whatever, yeah.
Grab the work and my situation. You know what I'm saying? Call for you need bread right now, bro. Right. Like you can't be, but. I'm old enough, I think about it, like I could have did just fine if I still continue to work. Like you know, just surviving, but I needed everything. Like, I wanted it all.
So what kind of things were you doing besides like working in it before that? Were you still going to school, working?
Yeah.
You pick up any hobbies or what?
Yeah, I was in charter school. I remember that.
Oh shit.
I was at, yeah, because got kicked out of school, like junior high. 3 months, I lasted 3 months in junior high. They got me out of there, bro.
Yeah.
They got me out of there. I was in and out of like alternative schools. Then I finally ended up at charter school. So that, I was at charter school, just had a kid, you know, and needed money, you know, I was still, you know what I'm saying?
Still young too.
Yeah, cause and I still had, you know, my mom, shout out to my mother, bro. She raised me good, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's a hustler, bro. She did it, you know, all by herself, bro. Like, my dad really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He was on nigga time, like, he'll probably throw her bread here and there, but he was on the streets, you know what I'm saying? He was in the streets, getting that money, blowing it just as fast as it's coming type shit. But right now, my mom owned her own business, house, all that shit, and it was all by herself type, you know. So you know, so I wasn't like, I always had that good upbringing. So when I was doing, you know, when I was like, man, let me just finish my diploma for her, you know what I'm saying? So I can be like.
And then you did?
No, I ended up getting my diploma this last bid.
Okay, so that having the kid and
getting in the streets, bro. So I was going to school, and then I started making the bread, cause like, you know, I would sell bud, but that was just like little pocket change. But when I had the kid, I went straight to the major leagues. You know what I'm saying? I was pushing straight brown, no Fetty, like you know, that pure one, that pure shit. Yeah,
From
you
what
feel
I
me?
hear, I don't know. I don't
get
involved with it, any of that.
Exactly, but it was just straight brown back then. You know what I'm saying? And I had it, bro, and it was the best shit out there. You know.
So is there a lot of that stuff going on in Brockton? A lot of street stuff, a lot of drug use. I guess talk about the city itself, man. Like, man, the environment coming up. A lot of Cape Verdeans too, right? Is that your family? Is that why you went there too?
Yeah. So, you know, they migrated over there, found the work and shit, and more came. So, you know, there's a big Cape Verdean community out there. We actually, like, you can say we run the city. You know what I'm saying? It's us and the Zoes, nigga, and the Haitians. Shout out to my Haitians, bro. But yeah, we out there, and back then, bro, because this was I'm talking like 2004. You know what I'm saying? 03. Like, niggas didn't know nothing about the dope game, especially Cape Verdean. You know what I'm saying? That was the Spanish niggas and this and that, and like really, like, I was one of the first niggas out there. You know, Cape Verdean, excuse me, like had that dog food. And, you know, and the city right now, bro, is just crazy, nigga. Like, you go out, you know, there's bums in the, you know, just doing the fucking soldier lean, nigga, all sorts of shit. But Brockton is a competitive city, you know. We were good with the sports, bro. You know what I mean? Me growing up, the high school kids, bro, like my age type, we was dominating in football, you know what I'm saying? Boxing, we known for boxing and all that shit. So it's a competitive city, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is going, you know, try the other one out and like, yo, I can do it all, you do it better type shit. But it was cool, bro. Brockton's a good city, man. So
is that competitiveness the same as far as the street guys? A lot of competition out there?
Absolutely. And it's crazy. It's like, yo, you know, because there's north, south, east, west, you know what I'm saying? It's different sides of Brockton. So it's like, you know, they always had smoke with each other. You know, north had beef or whatever. And you know what I mean?
I remember all that back in the day.
You know what I mean? So it's like, niggas is always, he came out with the, I'm gonna come out with this. You know, so it's like that. But I still say it to this day, especially for my Cape Verdeans. What camera am I on?
You on this one.
Right here. Yo, for my Cape Verdeans, bro, like, yo, we gotta tighten up, man. That's all north, south, east, west, bro. Get together, man. Come on, man. Stop playing,
So
bro.
It's not like it's just one side where like, yo, this is the Cape Verde. So it's like almost a similar to Boston thing where it's like a family's kind of beefing each other and all that.
Facts, bro. You got cousins shooting cousins, bro. Niggas went to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up Catholic, right? So, you know, I went to church. You know what I'm saying? Grew up, and that's how I kind of found out. Well, not really, but, you know, my moms used to bring me to my cousins' cribs and my family, even if they wasn't related to me, bro. we would still pull up, you know what I'm saying? If something happens to the family or if there's a party, we pulling up. I'm playing with the kids, you know, young and, you know what I'm saying? So I build that relationship with them, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I you know, I don't really got problems like that with, you know what I'm saying, my Cape Verdean peoples.
No doubt.
But niggas be really like, yo, that's first cousin. Shot his first cousin, like, you know what I'm saying, type shit. And it's because of they.
And it's it's like regular.
It's normal, bro. It's normal. And it's like, fuck them, nigga. Like, yeah. It's like, bro, we all Cape Verdean, bro. Like, not even just that. We all people, nigga. Right. And if we put we put that power together, bro, we be unstoppable type shit. Like,
for sure.
But yeah, that shit definitely go down, man. Like cousins shooting cousins type shit, though.
So I guess for the people who may not know, how much about the, I mean, you came early, so like, did you learn about, I'm sure you learned about the culture. Like, how much did you learn about the culture growing up? And for the people who may not know, I guess, talk a little bit about that, about your country and the culture.
Yeah, I grew up, that was my first language, you know what I'm saying, is Criolu, actually, you know what I'm saying, that's the Cape Verdean language, but that was my first language, bro. I went back a couple times, you know, to my country, but we off the west coast of Africa, like near Guinea, under like Morocco, like little, you know what I'm saying, right where that loop is in Africa, we right there, it's 10 islands, you know, but yeah, that's how I grew up, bro. I grew up Cape Verdean.
Talk about you mentioned the language, right? So talk about the language situation, right? Because you said you learned like a Creole, but also isn't the main language like Portuguese? Or I guess you can probably tell me better than I know.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. So we was colonized by the Portuguese. Portuguese came down, boom, you know, because we all from Africa.
Right.
You know, it's just, I'm light because, you know, my ancestors was raped by somebody white. Styles P, shut up. But yeah, nah, so, you know, it's Portuguese. It's a mixture of Portuguese and African. I think it's Guinea, like it's a country in Africa. It's a mixture. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we get our shit from.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But what's the official like language of the country? Like if you would go into school, would they teach in Portuguese or would they teach in the Creole? Or?
What I heard, because I never went to school out there. You know I came young, but I think it's Portuguese. That's like the main language. You know what I'm saying? It's Portuguese. But they teach you everything too. Okay. They come out of there speaking French, Portuguese, Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like out here too.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean?
But I feel like a lot of people from, you know,
different
even
countries.
Europe, or they know like a few languages. That's why it's like when people are making fun of people for their accent, I'm like, you do realize like this dude's speaking a whole different language that he did not grow up with.
Facts.
So like, I don't know, it's just not like an intelligent thing to do to laugh at somebody for an accent or mispronounce. I don't know, I just think it's like, man, the dude probably knows 5 languages and you're over here thinking he's dumb because he talks funny.
Because he talks funny. Yo, that's a strong point, bro. And they do, bro. These niggas be from different countries, bro. Not America, because America, they teach you English because they want you here. Yeah. They want you working for their business. But bro, you got Cape Verdean speaking Chinese, Russian, crazy. You know what I'm saying, crazy shit. And there's Chinese people in Cape Verde, bro, and they speak better Creole than me, nigga. Like they be spitting this shit. Wow. But yeah, man, that's just ignorant shit, people. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And you just gotta be.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's ignorant because it's like to me, it's like, man, they really believe that. Like that dude's stupid as hell. Like they're probably way smarter than her, bro.
Facts.
Crazy. Facts. So, all right, so you get the news, you're having a kid. First of all, being so young, like what's going through your mind? But other than the money part of it, right? Because I know that was a big part of it, but we touched on that. What was going through your mind as far as like the I guess what was going through your mind?
I was young, my nigga. I was like 15, pushing 16 too, mind you. You know what I'm saying? So on top of that, I'm still, you know what I'm saying? Like I just kind of hopped off the porch not too long ago, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I already got a whole kid, and it was just like, fuck it, you know, I'ma just be there type shit. Because you know my dad wasn't there, but look, you know, I was doing the same shit he was doing.
Right.
So
I'm sure he was thinking the same thing too. I'm gonna be there for my kid.
You feel me? Yep. So it's crazy too, because when people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna put my freedom in danger to be there for my kid," like me especially, and that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? And it was dumb of me, but like, you know, when you in there and you gotta really experience shit for you to know shit. Absolutely. Type shit, right? And like I didn't go through that experience yet, so I didn't think I was losing out. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was just gonna make this bread, and if I did time, whatever the case was. But you know that shit got me absent from that shit.
So how did you find out that you were having a kid? How did that work?
Oh man, the devil came and told. Nah, my BM, man, she pulled up on me, man. She pulled up on me like with her sister's boyfriend too. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm like, what's up? But he came first, like, yo, you call right. Whatever. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But he's like, oh no, you know, whatever her. I'm not even gonna say her name. Cause like
it's all good.
You know, I'm like, you get 5 years of bad luck. Nah, let me stop. But so you know, he pulled up on me. She came with the ultrasound and shit, and like, you know, she was like, yo. I was like, yeah, did you? Yeah, but yeah, that's how. I'm not even.
No. You don't gotta get too much into that.
Cause I'm gonna start.
So talk about that, right? How long before, right? You have your son? You have son or daughter? Daughter. So how long before you have your daughter until now you start getting having to do time and do all that? Cause
that's a good. Well, I know I got bagged on her birthday because BM called the cops on me.
Okay, so it was like his first birthday?
Nah, it was like it was like I think it was her third birthday. Her third birthday, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I caught a dope charge, bro. I had like a half a finger in my whip. I had like an expedition at Ibawa, and the middle console's huge, so I used to throw to work there sometimes, and whatever. But shorty called the cops on me, bro. They came like, they searched the car, man. Next thing you know,
locked up.
Yeah, first case. Didn't get locked. I bailed out and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
usually they give you a shot.
Yeah,
unless it's something crazy.
First charge. And boom, what I think I copped out to that shit for like, I could have beat it too because it was all illegal. But you know, I'm like, just get me out of here.
Right, yeah.
You know, sign the paper.
And did you cop out to some probation or did you cop out the time? Because I feel like it's always like to let me get out of here. That's like a probation thing.
Facts.
Whatever you mean.
That's
I'm not
exactly
going to jail.
what it was. That's exactly what it was. It was a year probation, 2 suspended. Like, so if I fucked up, I had to do 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But they gave me I think it was vice versa. It was 2 years probation and a year suspended. Some shit like that. But yeah, fucking, right. I'm like, and they had me, you know what I'm saying, for, because I bailed out, because I was out on bail, excuse me. So, but I caught an ecstasy charge. They caught me with 29 E's. So now that put me for the case I had open, boom, they like locked me up for that. Now they're like, we can let you go, everything, you know what I'm saying, for 2 years. That's what it was. It was 2 years suspended and a year probation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, because it was all bullshit.
And for the 2 charges? For the 2. Oh, that's okay.
But because they doing 2 different counties too, right? One was in Randolph, so that was like Dedham. What's Dedham?
I think so, Dedham, Norfolk County.
Norfolk. So one was in Norfolk, one was in Plymouth. They ran it concurrent. But I ended up violating, so I had to do the time.
So how's that go, right? Because it's like I had a similar situation. You violate, but then you got to do the time, but then you got the open case. Did you catch a new charge, or how did you violate?
Yeah, how'd I violate? Just fucking a probation, bro. Cause they put me on the probation.
So it wasn't a new arrest.
It wasn't. Okay. I had the first arrest, then the second arrest. Yes. That was they put that together. Yeah. Probation, whatever. And then
but to violate that, it wasn't a new case.
No,
at least.
Yeah,
right,
no,
so at least that wasn't too bad.
I think it was like that's when I started, my perk run, man.
So
popping them jerkies, bro.
So talk about that. How do you go? How does that evolve into that? How does it go from just smoking weed to just now
thinking you a rock star,
popping blues,
thinking you a rock star?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like. And that shit was front, like, when I first started hustling, bro, I remember the jugs used to try to, like, trade. Like, I got these perks. We trade. Like, yo, get them shits out of here. Get them shits out of here. But then you find out your older man. Then you find out your older man's popping them. So you like, oh, okay, bet. I'll try it.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? You fucking first time throwing up, like, oh, nah, it's straight. Yo, the next time you'll be cool. Like, thinking you living that life, bro. You partying, you doing, popping jerkies, like.
So was it an instant as soon as you tried it? This is now something you're doing every day, or did it
Nah,
turn into
definitely.
like weekends and then maybe turn into
like,
that?
It was like I used to use it for like a Viagra.
Yeah.
For like a Viagra and a smooth vibe.
No doubt,
You know what I mean? Like, but you niggas
Hurting
pop
people.
purse know what it is. Know what it is.
No doubt.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
that turns into.
It turns into, all right, now let's just do it on the weekends. Weekend comes, fuck it, we chilling. Let me do it again.
Yep.
Do it again. Now it's like, damn. Oh, my back hurt. Let me just take it. Yeah, let me take one. And the next thing you know, you're doing them shits every day, bro.
Damn.
Every day,
Did you eventually get to the point where it's like you got sick, or how did you, how did the realization come, right? To eventually, like, I know, and it might be a while. Sometimes time flies, and it's like, damn, I haven't not taken a pee in 3 months, or what, you know what I mean? Like, was there a moment like that, or that you kind of realized and then started to feel like maybe shame or guilt about it?
Yeah, like if I was Superman, I'll tell you, like, nah, I didn't catch a habit, bro. I didn't let that shit. Nah, that shit don't discriminate on nobody.
Not at all. No.
Yeah, you can be
rich, poor, black, white,
poor, tough guy, weak guy, whatever, bro. You pop them shits long enough, nigga, you gonna fucking feel that shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's where it came in, like, you know what I'm saying, like, but I had the money. So it wasn't like I can afford it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who the fuck?
So did eventually you at one of the you get locked up? Is that the first time getting sick, or what was the first time where it actually came to a head where you didn't have the money, or I couldn't get it? Was it getting locked up?
Of course it was. It was I got bagged. Had to do the time, and yeah, man, didn't sleep for like 2 weeks, bro.
Damn.
Yakking, all sorts of shit, man. OG was like, yo, bro, just keep working out, sweating, drink water. I'm like, bro, find me a perk.
Yeah.
I'm like, find me a perk. Cut that shit out.
So you said, so at this point, I take it you're in Plymouth, right? So you hit the new man unit, which is what, BM 101? It's a dorm unit, if I remember. I was there in 2005. So, I mean, talk about that, like being dope sick in a dorm. It's not like you could just lock your cell and not have to worry about it.
Word, you can't hide it. But it wasn't that serious, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, because I've seen people go through it, bro, where they look like they running in their bed, you know what I'm saying? Got to keep a bucket because they yakking and they shitting on themselves, you know what I'm saying? All crazy shit. Like, it was definitely, I was definitely feeling it, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and lie like I'm special, nigga, but.
It wasn't one of the ones where it's like, because some people have said that they wanted to, like, man, death would be an easier way out. It wasn't that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad because, but it was bad, you know what I'm saying? Because especially if you're not used to feeling like that, bro, you feeling fucked up. You feeling fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And there's no other way to get through it, nigga, except for getting through it. Or you don't want to do it again because you're like, nah, because when that shit gone, it's gonna come back to this feeling. Yeah. So you gotta shake it off, type shit. But yeah, man, it was definitely nothing nice, man.
So this time you actually get time, right? Talk about that bid in Plymouth, right? Do you get a parole? Do you see parole? Talk a little bit about, or do you have to do the whole thing? Do you hit the minimum or whatever?
That's crazy, because I got a story right here. So boom, I ended up running retroactive, concurrent, whatever, so I did like 11 months in Plymouth, and because I had a month in when I violated, so they counted that as time served, right? But through that time, I get parole, bro. They're like, yo, you're eligible for parole, and I still owe Dedham like a month. So after I was done with Plymouth, I had to go to Dedham and give them like another month or so, because I never did court time with them, you know what I'm saying? It was just with Plymouth County when I was held. So yeah,
you can't count that towards that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So boom, nigga, I get parole, bro. I'm like, yo, you gotta put him for the house. They gonna check. I bet. Got accepted, everything, right? Next thing you know, I forgot where. I think I was in the room with my cell, man. Yo, Ka, God, come here, look at the TV. Look at the TV. I'm like, what? What's up? A raid, bro. The crib I was supposed to parole at, which was my aunt's crib, gets raided. You know what I'm saying? People from Brockton know who my aunt is. I don't want to throw her name out there. But yeah, that day she got raided, bro. That was my parole date.
Damn, that seemed like something that would happen to me, man. Like,
yo,
that's the type of luck some people have.
You
bro.
feel me? You feel me? And it was kind of like I couldn't be mad at me not paroling because my aunt just got bagged, bro.
It was probably a blessing, right? Because if you paroled there and that went down, you probably caught up in that.
It would have probably been crazy because
you know what I mean?
I was young too, so I would have got right back in. Like, I bet this is where I am. This is what I'm doing, you know. But I was like, fuck, man, there goes my parole. Like, but then I was like, nah, man, check yourself, bro. Your aunt just got a bag on, and it was like a good ring. It was like, you know what I'm saying, like a whole indictment type shit, bro. Yeah, man, I was heated, bro. My whole fucking, but yeah, so my parole crib got raided by the feds, bro. It was the feds as well, you know. So she ended up taking 5 years or some shit like that. So you know, and I'm looking at a year. So you know what I mean. Like,
so do you end up getting somewhere to parole to, maybe like a halfway house or something? Or you just ride it out, or what happens?
Hell no. At that point, bro, it was like, you know, I'm already halfway through my bid. Shit just got canceled on me, nigga. So I rolled that bit out, man. I ended up going to Dedham, you know what I'm saying, and finished my time there. I think I did like a week in the jail. Yeah. Then they put me in the pre-release joint, man. Gotcha. But I met some good dudes when I was in Dedham, though, man. Rest in peace, Hatchie and shit, bro. Shit like that.
So at this point, right, talk about your mind state, where you're at as far as like your growth as a person coming out, right? Is this something, what's your plan? You planning to get back in the streets, or did you have a job lined up, or what?
Nah, you know how it is, man.
Still young, wasn't enough time.
Still young, and it's like, oh, I'm not gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, this is where I messed up.
Yeah, this is where I fumbled. So if I don't do that
one thing, but no,
yeah, that shit don't work out, bro.
Nah, not at all.
You know, and yeah, man, I got right back into it, dude. I got right back into it, man. Like, fuck it, you know. And I still have my plug. I still have my plug because I never, you know what I'm saying, I never did anything grimy to my plugs or anything like that. So I always had that bridge. I can just, and they loved me, bro. Yeah. Yo, the money, I swear to God, it's not even no cap in anything. And like, he was banking off of me. Mind you, like, I just turned like 17, 18. And so it was the little wax bags, bro. That's how I first started. Yeah, the little bundles, you know what I'm saying? The dragon bags, for those who know. No, and so, you know, I used to go to the parties, and he'd be like, yo, este mi trabajador, caca, like, yo, this dude be, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so, you know, when I started, you know, doing my research, my homework, and finding out like, oh, I can get a quarter key of this, not a brick, bundles, right. Like a quarter key of this for this, and make it. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga is banking, bro. Because I was making good money. I was making like $600 a day, you know, at that time, bro. That shit was, and that was on a bad day, 600 profit, not part of my re-up or anything. It's profit. Bro.
That's like when people got
I
always love when people got their knots. I'm like, all right, how much do you owe the plug, or how much is going to the next re-up, though?
Facts.
Like, people make me laugh sometimes.
Yo, it does.
It is what it is. I get it. Especially if you're young, I'll give you a pass.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because we all did stupid
it's
stuff
like,
when we were young.
10%, like 5% of that's yours, bro. Absolutely, and the other shit you got to kick up to the plug, nigga.
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, so, you know, I was making good money, bro. I was making that nigga good money, bro. They loved me, nigga. So anytime I called, it was on apartment, excuse me, and it was always a go, man. And ever since that too, bro, if you mention a Cape Verdean to a Dominican, bro, a plug, they're gonna be like, what's up? What you want to do, bro?
Right.
What you want to do? Like, cause they know we make bread, bro. We get it popping out there, man. And like, true. I was definitely one of the first to be out there with it, man. But not that, you know, obviously there's always been before me, man. But
absolutely,
yeah, in that time, man, we was definitely getting.
I feel like definitely got that hustling in the DNA, man. My boy,
Yeah.
my boy's Cape Verdean, you know, and he was doing his thing, and he just got into like some legal stuff and selling like cards, bro, like sporting card, like baseball cards.
Oh,
and stuff.
what?
Yeah, he ended up making big. I mean, he did sneakers and everything. But that's the
Yeah.
thing. He had a million different things,
No
and
doubt.
now he's living in St. Thomas and he's picking dragon fruit from his porch, bro.
Gangster.
Yeah, I'm like, that's ill, bro.
That's
I gotta
gangster.
I gotta go see him actually.
That's gangster, bro.
So that's the
gangster.
life right there. You know what I mean? Why not, bro? And that's on it's Virgin Islands too, so I don't even need a passport to go
you
see
said
him.
St. Croix?
St. Thomas.
Oh, I was just in St. Croix though. It's right there.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I gotta get
yeah.
out. I gotta get out that
It's
way.
nice. We stayed at I went with bro right here, a couple, and
fire.
my other bro, and we brought our shorties, bro, and we stayed at a resort. It was nice, but I heard St. Thomas is more that St. Croix is like a retirement resort. You feel me? But St. Thomas is popping more. But it was still a good vibe, bro. It was still a good vibe.
So, all right, you get out. So, talk about, I guess, the events that lead up to the feds getting involved with you catching the case.
Okay, so you know, I'm outside. You know, my code D, man, I gotta give it to him, bro. Nah. I can't blame nobody, man. You know, I got bad because I was in it, you know, but the feds was definitely watching my peoples, man, my code D. They had a phone tap on them, bro. They was watching them, man. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? He was riding around in a Mozzie, you know what I'm saying, selling dope, nigga. So it's like,
not even a main job on the side?
No
like
job.
A little, yeah.
The job was trapping, nigga. But yeah.
Like, this dude doesn't have a job. How's he?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's asinine, but it was what it was. You know, he was living his dream, nigga, or his life. You know what I'm saying? So you can't call it. And you know, it was just a phone call, bro. It was a phone call.
And they started following you from that phone call.
From that phone call, they followed us because I had them take me to go see a jug in the Cape, bro. We met them in the Cape, and they followed us all the way to the Cape and pulled a jug over after.
Damn.
And you know, the dude told right away, bro.
I bet, yeah,
He told everything right when he got pulled out the car. Boom. He's with this guy. He brings him sometimes. He does this. He does that. He wears size 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, told everything,
crazy.
bro. So dude calls me, Brian Donahue too. He live in Truro, Mass. He's a good guy, but he's not a good guy. Yeah, so he told on me, man. He told on me. So, but yeah, anyways.
So how long until like that they pull him over till like now they grab you? Is that the same day, next day? How does that work?
They let it ride. They let it ride, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, my code D, his crib ended up getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? So when the police went there, they found a hammer. So he ends up getting bagged. Boom. So there goes the investigation. It didn't die out. It was just like, that was it. So, you know, after that, I'm getting calls like, yo, this car over here is parked by your mom's crib. Like, my mom's like, hey, do you know? I'm like, nah, I'm at my shorty's house. Yeah. Like, I'm outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not for you.
It's not. So I'm like, this nigga's bagged. I know I wasn't getting watched. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, not to brag, like, I'm not the type to flaunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was making $100,000 in 5 months, you're not gonna see me with an ill car, bro. You're gonna see me with an American-made car type shit. Yeah. Fucking
nothing flashy, something.
You know what I'm saying? No flashy shit, bro. You know, because really that shit came from the paid in full shit. How Ace used to, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up on that shit. You know what I'm saying? That movie.
I love that movie.
I used to love how he was in and out the clubs, like, you know.
So,
you ain't seen me, I ain't seen you.
But that was the feds sitting out there? Or what happened?
Bro.
Did they like knock on the door, ask if you were home, or what?
Yeah, they was serving pizza. Nah. But it definitely was, man. It definitely was. You know, one morning I get the phone call from Mom Dukes. She's like, yo, these guys are here ramaging the crib. I'm like, what does it say on their jacket? State police, whatever. She's like, FBI. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was not expecting the feds, bro. I'm knowing it's like 6 in the morning, 5:30, 6 in the morning. Oh, I start looking out the windows, man. I see I'm seeing Jeeps. Tell Shorty, I'm like, yo, is that your neighbor's car? She looks, she's like, nah, I don't know. She's like, nah. I'm like, all right, hop in your car, go to the store, just drive by. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you see. She's like, I bet. She goes outside. Right when she goes outside, catch her in the driveway. Like, where is he? She's like, I don't know. These dudes, no word, no nothing. They didn't care. Broke down Shorty's door. I'm watching the whole thing. I'm like, fuck, boom, that was my day. And you know what's crazy too? You know, it sucked, but when I was bagged, I used to, that was our thing, you know, when we were catching wreck. We'd be like, yo, what was your last day? What was your last day? When the day you got bagged, like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what happened that day, bro. It was early morning shit, nigga. Wasn't even expecting it, bro.
That's what happened to me. I mean, it wasn't FBI, but they caught me in the early morning. So I was, at the time, at the Cambridge courthouse, was doing a program through there, through probation.
Yeah.
And I was living down the street. And I was literally on my way. And they grabbed me with the warrant. We got a warrant for your house, raided my house. Yeah, found some. Yeah.
Busting jugs?
Yeah, it was called second and subsequent. That's why I went upstate. I wasn't even keeping like weight like that at my, just a little bit. Yeah. Because they found it, but they kept searching, like, because I found out later they told them I would take it from like a softball size bag. So they kept, but they told, I'm like, y'all got it, bro. They're like, we know there's more.
There's
like,
more.
All right, it's crazy. But they like to catch you. I feel like it's the element of surprise in the morning. Was that something that was very surprising that early in the morning?
Nigga, it was the day before Halloween, bro.
Oh man.
It was the day before Halloween, man, and I used to call, they didn't call it this. I used to call it Operation Trick or Treat.
Right,
word. Yeah. But yeah, it's because, you know, that it's not 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. It's like when you're like dead asleep, bro. 5 in the morning.
REM sleep too.
Yeah,
vivid
you
dreams.
over there dreaming about crazy shit.
So being in Brockton and all that, do you sit in Plymouth waiting trial? Do you bail out and fight the case?
Nah, man, there's no bail in the feds, bro. Unless you're really telling. Nah. I can't say that. Some people get bail.
But no, you're not the first person to say that.
Yeah, some people get bail, but yeah, no. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting for at least a year, bro.
So was it Plymouth?
Or
did you go to Wyatt?
Nah, Plymouth, we all go. So, boom, that day they did the sweep. They got everybody else involved in it. And my other cousin, I seen dude that told on me there, and like a couple other people. So, boom, we all go. We get to Plymouth. They don't house. Well, this is what really happened, right? On the van, you know how you shackle like this and everything. The train across my stomach. You know what I'm saying? The shit. I'm a big dude, right? So I'm in the back. I shimmied it down and got it in my hand now. The whole chain, the whole everything. So now I'm free. You know what I'm saying? With this big ass chain in my hand.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I get in there like, yo, what the fuck? What do you? I'm like, yo, bro, I was like suffocating. You know what I'm saying? So they sent me to the box. They sent me to the box.
Wow.
But in Plymouth, they don't house your code D, especially feds, in the same unit. So they end up shipping me.
Yeah. So when you say you go to the box, break that down. You went to the hole. So what was the ticket?
Tampering, bro. Tampering with lock mechanisms.
Wow.
That shit followed me, though.
It wasn't an attempt to escape, though, at least, right?
No.
But it's like one step below.
It's considered. Yeah, it's like almost there.
Yeah.
That shit followed me. So they shipped me to Wyatt in Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? I had to do a week and some change in the box because that ticket had, and mind you, I did my ICE time and everything in the box.
Yeah.
Like I did the whole time where I'm waiting for my ticket.
And then they
sent me to ICE time where now, you know, you get everything taken away damn near. So I did that time and everything. Boom. And they're like, yo, you're not going back to the unit. You're going to Wyatt. I'm like, this is crazy. But it was one of the best things because Plymouth's trash, dog. And Wyatt, man, yo, you got the CO chicks working there. They like hood bitches. The dudes is cool. You know what I'm saying? They sending shit, but the shorties, bro. Oh,
so
man.
Just to rewind, right? Especially with what's going on nowadays. When you say ICE, right? It's not immigration. This is isolation, correct?
Isolation, no doubt.
No doubt. Just nowadays, gotta clarify that.
Facts, especially nowadays with the ICE
absolutely.
shit.
So talk a little bit about Wyatt, right? What's that like? It's strictly a federal holding, right? So you're there with guys,
feds.
Even maybe some New York guys or a lot of Rhode Island and New England guys, though, right?
Yep, facts. New England. You'll find a couple New Yorkers, but it's in Rhode Island, so it houses like Connecticut people, Mass people.
So Because a couple people told me that there was New York guys. Is it because of the cases that they caught might have been in New England, or is that something that they just do to ship people from Brooklyn?
Yeah, so the feds, they can put you anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
They can put you in Nebraska.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But normally, under normal circumstances.
So even when you're not sentenced, they could, but since, I mean, you're still going to court though. So
exactly.
They would have to pay for transportation.
Exactly. So
you don't go too far.
You don't go far, especially with the before court shit. Normal circumstances, you'll be there if you're around that area. But if you from somewhere else and you're there, it's fishy, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta really check that nigga paperwork,
Absolutely.
bro. You know
I always
what I'm
feel
saying?
like that with somebody, even in counties, like when someone like this dude's coming from the Bay, like is he a PC from the? A lot of times you would get the PCs from the Bay. That's just what it was.
That's what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. They be hiding motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? These rat bastards. But
So talk about like the difference and why it was so much better than Plymouth. You know what I mean? For people who might not know.
Bet Plymouth, you know, it's county, bro. So but they hold feds or whatever, but it's low crimes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, these little petty crimes, they call them. You know what I'm saying? So feds, you got people that are in there for 100 bricks, 50 bricks, wire transfers and all sorts of
different
shit.
Clientele.
You know what I mean?
Is one of my guesses.
Heavy
different
hitters,
clientele
bro.
in the feds, yeah.
Heavy hitters, bro. You was there with I was there with the Russian dude they traded for the basketball player.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? The dude
Wow.
with the plane or whatever that shit was.
For
the
Brittany.
Russian nigga. That's when I was sentenced though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's more like, you know, in county, you can have smoke with a nigga, and you in your group, they're in their group, they're from north side, south. Just say, for instance, but in the feds, it's it's bro. We are all you from Mass, even if you're from Boston or Brockton, you Mass. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, Springfield, wherever, you gonna ride with the Mass car, or you know what I'm saying, or you can be, you know, dolo, cause you're not. If your paperwork's good, bro, you're good in the feds, bro. It's not where you're gonna find somebody picking on. You might find somebody, a bozo, you know what I'm saying, like picking on you because you know you ain't got a team behind you, or you just dolo type shit. But you're really not gonna find a motherfucker trying to press you for no reason. Yeah. Because there's big money out there. So if you over here trying to fuck shit up for no reason, you fucking up money. You know what I'm saying?
Especially like racially, right? Like, I mean, you're not gonna want to just pick on some random white dude because you might have problem with all the white guys, or is that how it works?
Nah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. There's definitely racial, you know what I'm saying? Especially at the tables or TVs. They got
phones too.
Phones. They got specifics.
Yeah.
This is the white phone. This is the Spanish phone. This is the black phone. You know what I'm saying?
Like other or whatever.
Other. You know what I'm saying? There kind of is no other because the other is just no good. So you're not even using the phone. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, you ride with your own type shit. But even if you're in a mass car, there's still like say the Italians from Boston. You know, they'll stay together. Right. They can't, you know, they'll fuck with you. Right. But not really. You know what I'm saying? They ride in their own little life over there.
Absolutely. That makes
which
sense.
is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's just
that's just how they are.
Well, that's just socially anyway. Once a group gets big enough, it breaks down into subgroups too. And obviously you're gonna kind of go with probably the people that from where you're at. So talk a little bit about what do you end up getting for a sentence, and then like what's the next move after?
Okay, so you know, boom. At first I was trying to fight it, bro. I was trying to fight it, you know, because they had me on a conspiracy. So in conspiracy, you have to agree with somebody else to do something for a reason. You know what I'm saying? We're conspiring to sell these drugs to make this money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get off of that because they never had me and homeboy on a conversation like, yo, we're going, yeah. It was just like, yo, boom, that's it. You know what I mean? But
they don't need that.
But the rat, the dude telling, he's saying extra shit. And in the feds, they can make up their own shit, bro. They be like, yo, I need a 3.5. And you talking about weed.
Right.
They be like, yeah, he wanted 3.5 kilos.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but even though
Ghost
my
drugs.
re-up, the less of my re-up was like a quarter key every
That's
time
crazy.
type shit. So it's like, but yeah, so you know, I had one lawyer, I had to fire him because at the end of the day I knew I wasn't going nowhere. So I'm like, let me cop out. Let me get 5. I'll take 5, the minimum. You know, my points is low. The last bit I did was like 6 years before that. So I'm like, give me the 5. He's like, oh, let's just see. I'm like, see you later, bro. I got him out of here. Ended up with another lawyer. But you know how these dudes are, bro. The judge went to school, to the same Harvard law as my last lawyer I fired. So when I took the time, the judge gave me an extra 5 months. So he gave me 65 months. He gave me a half or more, like a year, bro. It's supposed to be 5. I ended up doing 5. I ended up getting 5.5. I did like 4.5 of that, and I did the rest in the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? But the feds is different, bro. There's order. And I don't glorify that shit. I don't even like talking about jail. You know what I'm saying? Especially when dudes is like, oh, yo, yeah, I was doing this. It's like, man, whatever, bro. Because in Plymouth, especially in Plymouth, it's my county, though. When I step in the building, bro, it's like, yo, all right, we got the table. We're not taking anything from it, but it's just the hustling and the respect, because, you know, we already in the system, older, whatever. So it's like, you know, we getting it, bro. We getting it without nobody trying to press for no reason or whatever. But the feds, bro, the feds is so much better, bro.
Yeah.
Because, like, yo, you eat good, dog. You know, you can hustle anything out there, bro. And
So, quick question though. So we just talk about that, right? So say I get to the feds and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start a store. Can it go down like that, or do I gotta go through like channels? You know what I mean? The proper channels, and maybe go to my car and to start. Or how does that work? I mean, I'm sure different places are different too, but for where you was at, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. You can do that.
It's just gonna be competition because it's probably 50 stores or whatever.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when it comes to like drugs, you might want to talk to your car about that shit to be like, yo, I got, you know, just so you're not stepping or cutting throat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
a lot comes with that.
Yeah, and bro, I'm telling you, bro, the feds, they got money, bro. You pull up, you come to you like, yo, come see my account, bro. Niggas had 100,000. Legit money, because this is on your books. So you can when you go home, that's what they're gonna give you a debit card, bro, with that money on there, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My man, shout out to Lou, bro. He just came home. They giving him a hard time about like 40, 45 grand, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they gave it to him in check, mad crazy shit. But that's your money. You know what I'm saying? And this is real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you dealing with a whole different monster, and it's hard, bro, for me to come out and not use my resources I gained in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And I'm a good nigga, bro. You know, and a lot of people fuck with me, everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I meet good people. You know what I'm saying? And man, the plugs I got, I know. You know what I'm saying, in there. And for me to not come home and be like, all right, let me just do this one run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It took a lot, my nigga. Like, it took a lot, bro. And, you know, I pat myself on the back every day because of that shit. You know, like, when I was in the halfway house, I was just telling bro on the way here, you know, because it's down the street, like way down the street. But I used to walk this whole strip past this building to go to work in Arlington, my nigga. Like, to take a bus to, you know what I'm saying, just trooping, busing, like putting in that sweat, that real, like, fuck it. I'm starting from the ground. I have bread, like a little bit of money, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go do some dumb shit. Like, yeah, let me get here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I started from the ground up. Damn near, my bro right here took me to the store when I came home to get me my one outfit, one thing, and that's where, from there, that's the only thing I had, bro. And then now,
So talk about.
It was more than one.
He gave him a whole wardrobe. He gave a wardrobe. So talk about, when does that that switch happen, right? That I'm gonna get out and do the right thing. You know what I mean? Is it while you're waiting trial? Is it at some point in the feds, or is it gradually happen and you don't remember? Or
Yeah, it gradually happened, right? You know what I'm saying? My first year, bro, I was on, you know what I'm saying? I wanted that whole experience. I wanted the whole experience, like, yeah, I'm in here and this is what we're gonna do. Like, but, you know, you meet motherfuckers in there that's like, man, this just all a facade, my nigga. Like, look at homeboy over there. He look like he over here. Yeah. He's like, man, that nigga a bozo, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. And then you like, you just start getting game, bro, and you start realizing where you are.
Yeah.
You in a jail. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, it was cool. You had a run, like, but was it worth it?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Those days I was in there like, man, I just do anything to go outside, take a walk. Yeah. Like,
stay the hell out.
Yeah, stay out. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't take that for granted, bro, when I came home.
Absolutely.
I'm like, nah. And shit, you know, I get people still to this day like, yo, what's up? My Spanish niggas like, yo, I got the I'm like, yo, nah, man. Nah.
You're not the only one, man. People, I'm like, nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope,
that shit.
I don't want that energy, bro.
Yeah.
It's just, even the energy of just touching stuff like that.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't judge neither. Like, I don't want people thinking like, oh, B's too good. I don't judge anybody for what they doing unless you're hurting children or women and stuff like that. Then or in snitching, then I can judge you. But other than that, I don't judge. Life's hard, bro. So I don't judge. Exactly. I get it.
Yo, you hit it on the nail, dog. Like, if you ain't touching kids, you ain't beating up women, and you ain't telling, bro, you gonna go through some shit. And you know what I'm saying? When you come out, you're gonna be stronger. But you can't judge people, bro, because shit happens. Dog, I was in the dirt, my nigga, running around, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still getting money, but I was fucked up, you know what I mean? But you can't, bro. You can't, nigga. And what was I was about to touch on something too.
I forgot.
But yeah, man, blood, sweat, and tears.
So talk
bro.
about the so right, you said it's the feds, all sorts of things going on there, right? What were you like? Obviously, you had access to get drugs and get high if you wanted to. Was that something you had any desire for when you did this time that you got involved with, or you were done with it after that 30 thing?
Because you in there with people, and you know your first impression is your best impression, right? So when you trying to like, meet people, you know what I'm saying? You trying to introduce yourself. You don't want to be doing dumb shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be looked at like, oh, he be doing that. Yeah. He be doing this. Like, he still pops. You know what I mean? Like, and they be having chinita little subs in there. Like, people be getting like it give you like a perk high. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And that's just rampant in there with the deuce too. Deuce give you the weed high, but now it's just everything's just all fucked up. Yeah, but nah, man, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Cause you want to show yourself like. Like, nah, I don't be fucking with that. Like,
and I look at it like if you can't stay clean on the inside, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be damn near impossible to stay clean on the street, man.
That's a fact.
So you have pretty much all drug charges, right? Or do you have any how did classification work? How did you end up going? Where did you go,
bro? You know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. Like when I was younger, we you know what I'm saying? We did dirt.
Well, I just mean more for like classification purpose. Where did you go in the feds, right? Because it seems like just listening, it's mostly nonviolent charges for the most part, right?
Nonviolent. So my points was low. You know what I'm saying? But my charge is considered a violent because they have fetty. So they consider that a violent crime. You know what I'm saying?
People die.
Right? And it stops you from doing different programs and shit. And but yeah, so it kept my points at a low. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up at a low. You know what I mean? Before low is the camp. That's like the lowest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where there's no fence. You know what I mean? But I ended up on a low, which was cool. It didn't matter where I went. Except for the pen, like that would have been stressful.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like it you got to do what you got to do.
So did you do all your time at that one
nah,
low?
Bro, I bounced around, bro. I forgot to tell you, right? So after Wyatt, and Wyatt, we was on bullshit. We was definitely on bullshit. We had this shit on smash, dog. We was moving like militant type shit. They had enough. of this shit. So they
break y'all up?
Yeah, they broke it all up, bro. They ended up raiding the unit, sent niggas to the hole, and shipped niggas out. Boom. I ended up in Dedham. They ended up putting me in Dedham, which was still sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't Wyatt.
Not Dedham out here?
Yeah,
oh,
Dedham out here.
Yeah.
Dedham
Wow.
house Feds now. Dedham be housing
did
Feds.
not know that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's where I met when that little Latin King, not little, but that Latin King raid happened. I met mad niggas that got shipped over there with it too. Yeah, but
it must have felt good though, at least to be back in mass. Right now, it's like it's not like just us group of, I don't know, maybe 10 guys, mass guy, or what, 10, 20, I don't even know.
Yeah,
we stick together as opposed to like everybody's from mass, but then it's broken up to like then there's that beef thing again. But it must have been good to be back at least in the state, no? Because where was that low that you were at before that? What state was that in?
It was in Danbury, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I went to Dedham, same shit. There was a dude rocking with us, but you know, he talked slick, you know, whatever. We accepted him. Like, you know, everybody, you can't blame someone for being a character, right?
Yeah.
As long as they're not violating, like, go ahead, be, you know, flashy or, you know, whatever you want to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But the nigga ended up being no good, bro. No good.
I hate when that happens.
So, you know, bing, bang, boom. But how I move, bro, I don't know why, like, you know, I'm not trying to say like I'm hiding anybody, but I be having like type leader like
qualities.
You know, qualities, yeah, no doubt. You know,
I mean, you're a teacher, so that's leading, bro.
You know what I mean? So boom, they shipped me out of Dedham that time. Like,
so is that because they like labeled you like an influential
like
gang leader or whatever, or person or whatever?
The influential one. That's exactly what happened in Wyatt. They're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You want to cut off the heads, right? And I was on one of the guys that they wanted out of there to get their order back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened in Dedham. Then I ended up in Plymouth, which was still cool because I get to see the bros through the window. You know,
and that's your county,
and that's my county. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm back home.
Yeah,
you know,
it must have been like being free, but not really.
Yeah,
it's like you back home.
So whack.
I know.
I know. And like you were saying, it's my county, bro. So, you know, I know some of the COs. So I get worker, I get the block worker, boom. Now I'm getting staff trades. Yeah. So, you know, it made it kind of smooth.
A little bit more comfortable.
A little more comfortable.
Plus, you must have had that clout of just being a Fed guy too. Like, you know what I mean? Like most people. That's like even when you like do state time and go to county. Oh, you been upstate? You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a fact.
This is how it is.
That's a fact. And then when they look it up too, they're like, oh, these niggas was doing something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And you end up wrapping up from Plymouth, or how?
Yeah, from Plymouth I got sentenced on Zoom because, mind you, too, this is all during like COVID. So everywhere we go we locked down. Dog, they had us in the cell for like weeks, bro. Okay. Like sealing the cell outside of the cell with like duct tape. You can't. You can leave your room for like 30 minutes to shower, and this is like 2 days. Every 2 days you shower, bro.
Damn.
They bringing food they're giving us canteen bags just to like shut us up. Without paying, you know what I'm saying, just free, like here. But yeah, I get sentenced in Plymouth, and I ended up in Danbury, you know, and I finished off my time there, which was like COVID shit.
So you guys locked down a lot?
Yeah, but it's like dorm.
Okay.
It's a dorm, so you know you catch rec 24/7.
Yeah.
But they open it up.
You're in a bigger cell.
That's it. Bigger building, bigger cell. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The yards in the Feds though, crazy. Them shits is huge. Bro. Them shits is huge. You got the track. This shit go around for like
that's when I first got
bro.
the Concord. I thought that was so big, bro. It was
like, whoa,
compared
to the
it had softball fields,
decks.
basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the softball field alone is big, right? But then it has basketball courts, handball court, all weight pits, and basketball court on the other side. I was like, whoa, this is crazy, bro.
Considered the fucking rec decks you get in
Plymouth, you can't even play basketball and handball at the same time. I know.
You know what I'm saying? And you go out there, you're like, yo, bro, and people move different, bro. They move with a mentality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't got a lot of petty crime people there. You got people that really like maneuver. You know, think about their moves. You know what I'm saying?
They're playing chess, not checkers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's more like a chess game.
Talk a little bit about the halfway house situation, right? How does that work, right? As far as like, from what I know, everybody is on at least what, a 3 year, supposed to be 3 years supervised release, or how does that work? Does that change depend on the sentences?
Yeah, every case is different.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that's a number they like to throw out there, though.
Yeah, halfway house, they give it to you like when you're like your year. You could get like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I know, bro. Right now, I think he's in the halfway house for 2 years.
So it's almost like a parole in a sense, but parole into a halfway house. Because you can still serve in the sentence.
Yeah, you're still doing. They still do head count. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They still count you in. You're still in BOP, like you're still in the system. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you get to go out.
So how does it work though? Is that something where you have to get into a halfway house on yourself? You write letters? Is that something like case management does?
Yeah, case management. You know, you got to put in for the halfway, and if you get accepted, you know, you get accepted. You know what I'm saying? And they I don't know how they juggle how much time you know what I'm saying, they'll give you. I think it goes by your points and your behavior, like what you did too in there. Like, bro, I got my GED while I was bagged this whole time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got my GED during COVID. You know, I did a couple other programs and shit like that. But they gave me 9 months halfway house. And when I came, bro, I was just on some other shit, man. I was like, yo, fuck that, bro. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. If I need to get to point A or point B, I'm gonna figure out my way without making it easy. You know what I'm saying? Without being like, yo, just, you know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, man. Every dollar, like I'm not gonna be like, yo, let me borrow $50. Nah, none of that, bro. None of that. You know what I'm saying? And it pays off, bro. That shit paid off, man. Like right now, I'm standing on my 10. Like I've been standing on 10s, but it's like I'm more established now, bro. Absolutely. Just by doing no illegal shit. You know what I mean?
That's the thing too. How long have you been out of the halfway house, right? And then touch on a little bit about where, you know, you get out and people think, I feel like, that if they just don't do crime, everything's gonna fall into their place. No, but you gotta, you know, or just stay sober, right? No, you still gotta do the hard stuff, the hard work. It's not just gonna come to you. No, you gotta put that work in, right? But how long have you been out of that halfway house? And then talk about that, bro.
All right, so right now, just like a week ago, it made 3 years.
Wow.
3 years. So, but yeah, man. Just not doing crime is not gonna get you good.
It's not gonna change your life.
It's not gonna change your life, bro. You have to sweat, though. You got, and the more you sweat, it's like working out, bro. Yeah. The more you sweat, the more you sweat and do whatever, the more you're gonna look good later on. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta get that, bro. You have to put in that hustle, bro. You have to like break shit down. You gotta set little goals to be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do this week. Every day you wake up to be like, what's my purpose for today? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get this done. Boom, get this done. Bro got a video. Let me put that in the schedule. And now I understand why people use schedules, bro. Yeah. Because I never fuck with a schedule, nigga. Like, who the fuck want?
I call it more
check
routine,
my 5 o'clock. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I'm using that more, nigga, because it's like you're fitting everything in, bro. And if it's worth it, if everything in that schedule is worth it, bro, and you bang that out in a day, you gonna be sitting pretty. You know what I'm saying? You got everything lined up, like bang, bang, bang. I got a 5 o'clock here. Yeah. I'm gonna make it over there. Boom, boom. And you know, it makes sense, bro. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But you have to put in that work, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't give up, first of all. And you have to fucking do your due diligence, bro, to make out, bro. You gotta figure something. Yo, this ChatGPT, fucking whatever it is, bro. There's so much information out there that it's like, there's no way you can't. Oh shit! Excuse me.
No, they're good.
My fault.
No, you're good.
There's no way you can't make bread out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you have to put in that footwork, dog. You gotta put in that footwork, dog.
Absolutely. I always say like the output is directly correlated to the input. What you get out of something is going to be related to what you put into it, how hard you worked, and you know, the research you did, and the effort's going to show. You know what I mean? Just like sports, man. If dudes ain't practicing right, it's going to show on Sunday during football.
This is my homie. He in the halfway, but I'm not going to pick up. My cousin's supposed to call.
Yeah, I know. Try to keep the line open.
He's doing a natty. Yeah, you know what I mean? But because he wanted to spit some shit too, like, yo, for the niggas out there, for the youth, bro. Like, I was waiting on his call, man.
So yeah, let's just in case, because with time, you know, we only have the space for so long too. So yeah, talk about that. We're waiting on a phone call. Talk about from who.
Waiting on a phone call from my cousin, bro. I think they got him in Norfolk right now. Yeah, they got him in Norfolk right now. Doing a natural life. You know what I'm saying? Just the other day, I was talking to him, bro. He was talking to one of his bros on the streets. Oh, I'm stressing, da da da. And then they're like, yo, cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you gotta do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get where you need to be. Because when he goes to his computer, bro, look up his outdate, that should say deceased type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. It's really real. Like, shit most of these motherfuckers do out here, bro, this shit's not worth it, bro. Like, me and bro was just talking on the ride here, like these little beasts we had, niggas, you know, doing whatever, and it was petty shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't realize it until you're behind the wall, bro, and your outdate says deceased. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hard pill to swallow, bro. But dude, no doubt, God bless, he got high spirits and everything, you know, hopefully shit turn around. He got one of the best lawyers on the East Coast of Mississippi right now.
Wow.
You know, what's her name again? Rosemary.
So
you know
what's
but
yeah,
shit's
shout
real,
him
bro.
out though too. What's his name, man?
Pudge, man. Pudge. Michael Barrows, man, and he started a nonprofit with his peoples out there.
Fire.
By the way, me and my bros out in the streets, we started a nonprofit called Guiding Hands. You know what I'm saying? But his shit is Tudu Juntu. You know, he's trying to make a change from behind the wall and shit. But yeah, man, I think he got shot, bro. Like, no bullshit. Because he called me before, like earlier today, like, yo, well, like, what the questions gonna be like? What you want?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, just answer questions, nigga.
Right.
We stand, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Ain't
we could set something up too. I could talk to him because some
no
people,
doubt.
you know what I mean. They need to talk to me first to kind of get the gist of it
Yeah,
too.
yeah, no
But
doubt.
yeah,
That's
we could
probably
do
what
that,
it is too. But
No
he
doubt.
got shot, bro, and was like, oh, I'm like, come on, man, cut that shit out.
No doubt.
But he really wanted to be like, cause you know when niggas is talking to niggas from jail, or when you see it on social media, it look like the person having fun,
right.
chilling, like jail's it.
And you try to be in good spirits, but you're not.
Yeah,
like,
and
you
that's the
can't-
only reason.
Yeah.
Is because that person's probably in good spirits right now, but he know at the end of the day, nobody want to be in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? The shit that he did, he's like, why the fuck did I do that shit, bro?
Absolutely.
Like, I could have just did it this way, or not this way, but did something else to make bread. Like, you ain't got to be in a rush these days, bro,
No.
to make anything.
And I would say too, how you kept bringing up like how, you know, all these plugs that you met that mess with you, that's because you're a good dude, right? So even these plugs, now that you're out here, that's just called networking. You're going to have plugs for other things, plugs for jobs, plugs for this, plugs for whatever, and utilize that social skill that you have out here, especially in there, and you're able to get around socially where the risks are higher, where you could lose your life. And if you're just doing that with, like, you know, on the legal side of things out here, it's not as high risk, and you could definitely shine, bro.
You are 100% right, bro. Because just like how niggas meet plugs and other people, like, oh, whatever, you can meet him on the other side too, bro. Like, I know one guy, millionaire from Chicago, bro. He's the one that started that solar program. Like, he got his own nonprofit and whatever. But met him through that program I was doing, but I could have just did the program and left. But, you know, you mingle with the crowd, you mingle with the other people, you mingle, you know what I'm saying? Boom, I got connects now in other organizations, bro. I got people that own their own fucking businesses, bro. Like, and name a business, bro, I know someone that own them, and niggas is doing bigger things, bro. And
cool. Before we forget, because you had mentioned Cousins nonprofit, why don't you talk about the one that you got going on? What's all that about?
We just threw some heads together recently, bro, because you know, shit that be going on in the city, man. And one of the dudes that I'm involved with, he already got something. It's like a basketball lead type deal. You know, he coaches kids, bro. And he's like one of like the only coach really that he got like 10 teams he be like fucking with. But you know what I'm saying? So he wanted to host more events and do more shit. So we started up. He was like, yo, let's put heads together. We all own our own businesses. We all, you know what I'm saying, out the streets. We all got some type of story or some type of passion for these little ones, bro. for you know what I'm saying? You want to see motherfuckers do good, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
nothing makes me happier.
Nothing makes me happier, bro. If I see someone doing good, dog, that feels like I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm getting nothing off of your success. But when I see your shit and how you move or what, that shit make me feel good, bro.
Even if I'm just sitting on the couch with a girl watching somebody on TV, like I know that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I know him. Like I'm so happy for you. And I'm happy I know you. Like, it's so ill, bro.
And when you see people succeed, bro, that just do something to me to like, yeah, man, that's what's up type shit, bro.
That's why I can't understand the hating culture and all that, bro. It's crazy. I'll be like, what? I'll be so excited. How you
hating, bro? It costs nothing to appreciate a motherfucker, bro. But yeah, so it's called Guiding Hands Foundation. You know, it's fresh off the ground.
Okay.
It's fresh off the ground, but we're gonna be holding events in Brockton. We're gonna be doing shit for the kids, man. Try to give them guidance and somewhere
So
to go.
what if somebody wants to help out with the nonprofit? Is there a way to donate, or is there a way to reach out to you, or how would they go about that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Right now it's just through IG or Facebook.
Okay, and I'll link those too.
Link it, boom, right there. Is that how it goes?
I think so, yeah.
Right there in that corner.
Yeah, wherever it's at.
Wherever it's at, but yeah, man, and facts, man. We just try to help the community, bro. And hopefully this generation is not all about spending and shooting up ops and all this other bozo shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yo, before we tap off, bro, like I remember when you did the interview with Ace, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We was here chilling and I had this shirt on, bro, this Celtics shirt.
Oh yeah.
And it's the Day of the Dead skull, right? Cause I like wearing it cause it reminds me of my brother. Rest in peace, George. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but you kept complimenting me on this shit. You're like, yo, I like that shirt, bro. I like that shirt.
Yeah.
I like that shirt. And you know what I'm saying? So I grabbed you on my dude.
Thank you, bro.
But yours is a little better than mine.
Okay.
Where's my blade at? I ain't got my blade. I ain't got the blade on me, so but yeah, man, I grabbed you a shirt, bro. This is sort of like, and not for nothing, no bullshit. This is what we do, man.
Absolutely. Make sure you hold it up to the camera, too.
This is giving you your flowers, bro.
Thank you,
You know what I'm saying? And all that good shit, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And keep a positive attitude when you're doing it.
So hold that up for the camera, too.
Oh, nah, you gonna hold it up. This is yours, bro.
Okay,
yeah. I'm gonna give it to you.
I gotta switch.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta switch camera.
I'm gonna give it to you, bro.
Absolutely. My God, thank you,
know
bro.
What I mean?
I'm not Irish, but I mess with the Celtics so much. Hey, that's so fire, bro.
Boom.
See that there? Hold up. Ready? Got a drum roll, please.
Yeah, man, that's for you,
That's
bro.
fire, bro. So, is this an exclusive only for me and us, man? Or can people buy this merch somewhere, man? What about that, man? Talk about that.
I didn't hear it because I should have did a contract with these niggas before I came. But nah, it's on Fanatics. It's called Fanatics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it from the Fanatics store.
Fanatics
that's fire,
shit
bro.
online, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And that's all, bro.
I love it, bro.
But yeah, man, that shit flowers, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And before I let you go, man, too, just kind of like to wrap things up, like talk about why you think it's important to come up here and tell your story to the people, and what's like the main message you want people to get out of it.
Facts. Basically, dog, like, bro, I was all the way in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real shit. My peoples is down for smacks, whatever. We can say people. I got my Cody's still doing time. He got 20, whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the shit ain't all this glamour and grits, bro. It ain't what it is, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be a rapper, cool, but you don't gotta shoot a nigga to be a rapper, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can still find out the ins and outs of it and do it. You can film. There's other shit out there, man. Absolutely. Except for spinning on another human, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that man ain't really put no harm on you, bro, or did some weird shit, whatever. But it's just, yo, you gotta keep your head up, man. Keep your head up out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? We only got one life, bro. We only out here one time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just keep it steady, bro. There's way, and the money, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, is crazy. If you start tapping into the right avenues, Come on, man. This money come crazy, bro. How you think all these rich motherfuckers is rich? They wasn't shooting and selling drugs, nigga. They was getting with it, man.
Absolutely. Let's start glamorizing the legal hustle, man, and doing it the right way, man. Don't let them trick you out of your freedom, yo, man. Kyle, thanks for coming through.
Appreciate you.
You know, like I said with cousin, bro, let's lock in. I wish he could have called and everything like that during the time, but I gotta get ready to get out of here too. So if people want to find you on social media, man, why don't you tell them the best places for that? And I will also link those, but, you know, let them know what time it is.
You know my IG, Kai_loyal DNA. Same thing with TikTok. My Snap is G's Up, capital G, ZUP. You know, that's about it, man. My Facebook, you gotta find my Facebook because it's my government. So let's take it easy.
Yeah, we don't gotta link that, man.
Find it.
And stay in school. Keep learning, bro. Just keep learning, people. Guys, remember, it is what it is. What's next is what you make it. This is the Bounce Back Podcast. I'm B. Luke. Kyle with me right there. Peace.
Bounce back, ain't got a moment. When they see you down, just know they love it.